Hi there, Terry Hashimoto, the BodiTrak guy, and today I'm going to talk about the key positions because some of you are asking me that. So at address, what we want to see is 55, 65 on the lead side. And I'm looking at the iPad here, Benny, so you can show them that. So I'm getting the body. So you can see 55, 60 on the lead side. They're going to get the. Now in Europe, sometimes the players set up a little bit stronger on the lead side. That's fine. But all the tour players that we've tested set up a little stronger on the lead side. That's position number one. Position number two for pressure mapping is that when the lead arm is parallel to the ground, that white dot's already beginning to move forward. That white dot's already beginning to move forward, in and around. In fact, as soon as the club is taken back in some cases, the pressure is going forward in a lot of great players. But at position number two, how much pressure should you have in the trail side? Well, it depends on the length of the club. A wedge, you might have 55, 60, mid iron might be 60, 65, long iron 65, 70, so on and so forth, all the way up to the driver might be 90. So the longer the club, the more pressure you get back to the trail side. In this case, I'm looking at 80. All right, so now at key pressure point number two, also when the lead arm is parallel to the ground in and around, you're going to want to have more pressure in the trail heel. You can see on this one here, I've got 75 per 70%. The key range is between 55 and 60. And why do you want to have more pressure in your trail heel when the lead arm is parallel to the ground? It's simple. Because your arms have weight, and that mass is about 10-12% of your body weight. So I'm 200 pounds. Surprise, not shocked, just kidding. At 20 pounds, if I take a 20-pound ball and move it forward towards impact, I'm going to need to have more pressure in my trail heel to counteract the weight, the forces that extra weight creates. So key pressure point number one, 55, 60 on the lead side. Can you see it in the back of the screen? Yes. When the lead arm is parallel to the ground on the way back, that white dot should be going forward. It's too late if it doesn't go forward at that point. In and around lead arm parallel to the ground, the amount of pressure you get to the trail side depends on the length of the club. The shorter the club, less pressure you get to the trail side. The longer club, the more pressure you get to the trail side. Most significantly, you want to have 55, 60 into the trail heel when the lead arm is parallel to the ground on the way back. Other key pressure points. Now, on the vertical forces, I'm going to flip this over to with respect to the vertical forces, the dynamic vertical forces on the V1 software. When the lead arm is parallel to the ground on the way back, that yellow line, that trail side, that's when the max vertical force is going to be on the trail side, in and around when the lead arm is parallel to the ground on the way back. And it can occur quite early, but it never occurs late. If it occurs way at the top of the swing, it's too late. On the way down, when the lead arm is parallel to the ground, this is the braking effect. On the way down, when the lead arm is parallel to the ground on the way down, that'll be max vertical force, max dynamic vertical force on the lead side. So those are the two key pressure points with respect to the dynamic vertical forces. All right, so we've talked about the key pressure positions, but what about the COP trace? No matter what anybody tells you, what you're seeing behind me here is the flow of energy between your feet. When you see the energy going clockwise, optimum. When you see the energy going counterclockwise, not so optimum. But the closer those two lines are together, the better you are as a golfer. And what you're going to see when you see this little kind of a erratic motion, and you can see behind me this erratic motion, that's restrictions. That's either a restriction on the lead or trail side. So those are the key pressure points, but always refer to your COP chart because in my opinion, that's the most important thing and all you really need to look at. Terry Hashimoto, the BodiTrak guy, reviewing the key pressure points in golf today.